Alright guys, so I went to www.skygames.com and I opened up the source information on it. To do that, all you have to do is go to the website and then hold Control and press U. That will open up a second tab that contains all the information. So as you can see here guys, when you go to the content part of the page, it says with the tags 5, nights, at, Freddy's, 30 years later, only one. A few hours ago this said only one left and it said 20 years later, so I'm not sure if Scott was tired and he's just tripping balls here and he's messing up, or if he just doesn't have a set determined date for the game yet. But yeah, that's what it is so far. He still needs to add the metadata, which is okay. I can understand that because that means that he doesn't have the picture ready yet. And yeah, he needs to add the image. And he needs to add, what else does he need to add here? He needs to add the text, the links to the image. And yeah, that's about it. He just needs to add the image, the metadata, and the description for it. I'm not sure when he's going to drop it though. What do you think, Daco? When do you think he's going to do it?
To be honest, he's already released Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you know, about like this time last month. So
yeah,
I think he's going to be like really fast. We don't know whether he's rushing or not, but already releasing information about Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is really fast. What we was thinking, wasn't we, Pro Class, like how it says 30 years later. We don't know when. That. Yeah, we don't know whether the event of 30 years later is from 1987 or Five Nights at Freddy's 1 or Fredbear's Diner. And yeah, we was thinking about Fredbear's Diner, wasn't we? About the date when it was set up. Like when did Freddy Fazbear's Diner or Fredbear's Diner or the pizzeria set up the company? And we were just thinking 30 years later, what would that be? So if it was in 1987, it would be 2017. Yeah. Then we thought, what would be like more logical, you know? So we went back 2 years later to 1985, didn't we? And
yeah, 2015.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we thought maybe Fredbear's Diner was set up in 1985. 30 years later is 2015.
It seems legit because we have to consider the fact that it is the first one and it does come before Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And since Five Nights at Freddy's 2 takes place in 1987, 2 years doesn't seem too bad as a speculation. But the question I have is, do you think that's why he said 30 years later, so we could somehow do the math to get to 2015 from 1985?
Yeah,
I mean, that seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, we know what Scott's like. He wants us to think about stuff like that. And 2 years is logical, you know. I mean, 2 years to make all the new animatronics and make the whole company with the new party rooms, everything. It does seem logical. 2 years is a good time to do all of that.
Do you think he would drop a surprise though? Release it earlier as he did with Five Nights at Freddy's 2? I mean, he could, to be honest. He really could. Yeah,
he could. Yeah. But maybe he's trying to make us think like in 2015. Maybe he's releasing the game in 2015 and it being set in 2015. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, either way though, if it's either one, we still have information that it is in 2015 at least.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to know. I mean, if the game drops next year, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it says only one left. Do you think that's referring to the last pizzeria, the last game?
Yeah, it could be to do with the last game, but then we don't know a lot about Fredbear's Diner if it is the last game, you see.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be the last game, you never know. And then like the cutscenes from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, we might get cutscenes from the old diner or something to tell us the story.
Yeah. Do you think this one's going to be a lot longer too? Like, I feel... but it still says Five Nights at Freddy's though in the tagging of the source page.
Yeah.
It seems pretty weird. I just hope he makes it a bit longer, add some more content. You know, we need more backstory, basically.
Yeah, just remember as well, if it's set in the future, that means there might be some more new animatronics as well.
Now that you tell me, that will be interesting. I'd like to see these new features presented in the future.
As well as people are saying only one left. Is it referring to the game or only one like old animatronic left?
So, that's a good one too.
Yeah, so maybe because Freddy's like the main guy, you know, and if it's only one left, people are saying like maybe Bonnie and Chica have just got like scrapped, and Foxy as well, and it's just Freddy is the main old one left.
Yeah. Oh, and now that I think about it, did they really keep the animatronics for 30 years? What about the rusting issue?
Yeah, I mean it's weird, isn't it? Is that goes with the old animatronics being scrapped again as well, because 30 years is a long time, and if they're making a new one again in 2015, then why would they keep them anyway?
Yeah, it's like they obviously, with that amount of time passing, the amount of money they could have gained, the new technology that's available now. I mean,
Yeah.
they made the new toy animatronics in 1987, and now they have 30 years in advance.
Yeah,
Why would they want to keep the old ones?
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that's a really good one right there. I like that.
I mean, it's all about speculation at the moment. We've just got to wait until Scott drops a picture on his website, and then we'll get a bit of the story of what's going on with the new game.
Yeah, and definitely, man, it's gonna be awesome. Well, that's basically all we can get off of the source page. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's just that content section, because every other part needs to be filled in. I'm pretty sure he'll do it though soon enough. He's using Notepad to do this too, so that's good to know. Everyone should have Notepad. If you don't, you have a cracked computer. Cheapsters. Nope, I guess that's about it, right, Darko?
Yeah, I don't think we can think of anything else unless anybody in the comments can say anything about it.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think in the comments. If you guys checked the source page earlier before it was modified to what it is now, please tell us. We'd like to know, because I know it looked different before. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.